Hey everybody, welcome to Hunt, Sleep, Fish. I'm Gary Leiter. We got a good show for you today. You ever seen a 200-pound 6-point? Well, you're about to watch me take one on White Horse Creek Ranch in northwestern Oklahoma. So you guys stick around, it's going to be a good show. We're on the west end of Dustin's place. He's got there's a bunch of sand hills that runs kind of in his northwest corner. You guys have seen me hunt before, and on the other end of it, on the east end, this is the first time I've come over here. We come up over here this summer and put up a stand, one good to film out of. There's a lot of bucks in these sand hills. They're just hard to spot. You'll see in a minute. There's a buck. There's a buck up there on that hill. There, you see him? He's on the side of that hill. It's a nice 8. Looks like a nice 8. Look at that. I'm tempted to shoot him, but he's gonna be too nice next year. Golly. Look at that. Nice buck. But I'm excited about it. There's a lot of bucks out there. You guys up bedded down on the side of that hill. We're gonna see if we got a couple days here. We're gonna see if we can't kill a big one. All right, let's go hunting. We came out here this summer, about 100-degree weather. It's about a half mile back in here, no trucks. Put this thing up. Let's see if that hard work pays off. You can see out behind me. All it is these rolling sand hills and plum thickets. I can see about, back over to the northwest, I can see 1,000 yards. But it's real deceiving because you'll see a deer for just a minute and then he'll disappear in these thickets, and there's little draws in there. You know, you'll have a buck like walk out into a bottom and you'll think he's going to come out and you'll never see him again because they stay in them thickets are real high. So your head's on a swivel constantly. You're trying to watch what's going on. It's getting close to dark and deer time. I bet we see some. There's a deer coming down the bottom. That's where I want him to come. What is he? He looks a little 6-point. Right down there in that bottom is where I want him to come. That's my shot. There's a deer over there. There's a couple of, there's 2 or 3 of them. Those are bucks. Those are young bucks. I can't get a look at that one. They look like 8s, young 8s. Boy, Dustin's going to be glad to see all these nice young deer. Those are going to be good deer in a couple years. But there's 3 of them. I can't get a good look at that middle one. It's hard to wait on them nice 8s. But there's about, if I've learned anything out hunting, I don't care if you're on public land. Before we started the show, I used to hunt on Kenton public land. I'd see a nice buck every year. It's hard to train yourself. There's about 10 times more big bucks than you think they are. There's more of them die of old age and get shot. For every little buck you're seeing, there's one that made it through that's huge. And it's hard to resist shooting them real nice 8s, but just imagine what they're going to be like in a couple years. And there's so much to look at here. Can't relax a minute, but I'm trying not to get caught up in looking 500 yards out and have one staring at me at 20 yards. You can't hear them coming in this sand. Ain't no leaves crunching, nothing. All you do is look down and bam, they're there. I bet we're gonna get one. We've seen too many bucks. There's another one over to the right. And then thickets behind that little draw up in there. It looks like he's making a rub or something. He's either eating on them leaves or he's making a rub. He doesn't look very big either. I don't know. Hope they get closer than that. Alright, let's get. We're going to get back to the black powder hunt in just a second. I'm out in the deer woods right now. I got to be quiet, but I want to show you guys a product that I really believe in. They're APR tree stands. They're from a little company in Enid, Oklahoma, but they sell stands all over the world, and that alone ought to tell you about how nice the stands are. They're permanent type ladder stands, but they're real lightweight, real easy to carry around and put up, and once you get them put in a tree, they're solid. You don't feel unsafe at all. And what I love most about these tree stands is that the seat is a couple feet out away from the tree trunk, so your back's not against the tree trunk. You've got a 365-degree shooting radius in it. Got a big platform, so you feel real safe. And all them guys that own that company are deer hunters, so little things like rubber bushings on all the bolts, so it's real quiet, are important. But I want you to give these guys a call, because if you do, you'll be a new customer and you'll have yourself a great tree stand. Let's get back to black powder hunt and see if I can't kill a buck. I need to get one. I haven't been able to go this year yet. I never got to go bow hunting before this black powder season. Been too busy. I hope I get one. Get to take him by old Williams Processing. There's a guy up there in Alba. Started doing processing. Real nice guy. I think it's Williams Custom Game Processing, just north of Alba. You guys get deer, the butcher you get is as important as anything. He knows his stuff. I hope I get to take him one. I think a lot of you guys hunt up here northwest. You don't think there's a difference in butchers, and you need to take it by there. And you'll see that there is. When you don't get consistency and kill one deer and it doesn't taste that good or whatever, and you kill another one, it's unbelievable. A lot of that's in not only how you care for it, but in processing. Okay. Here's the deer right in the bottom. Right in the bottom, right where we want him.
right over the hill. I never even seen him coming. He just popped out. I can see 200 yards across the bottom on the other side. I never seen him until he got right on top of us, but he's going right down that draw. That's where I want him to come. Any bucks I'm seeing, surely before season's out, there's going to be one I won't walk down that draw. Yeah, there's another buck. He's a little nicer. He's heading back west. And he's a little bit past his ears and a little taller. Looks like an 8. Here's a buck right in the bottom. He's sneaking through there. Can you find him? Find him in the camera. He's gonna pop out. Oh, he looks like a shooter. He looks like a shooter. He's gonna pop out. Stay on them thickets. Because I'm only gonna have a couple windows to shoot him in. Did I hit him? I couldn't see nothing because of the smoke. I don't see him. I thought I saw him bolt. He might. I don't know why I would have missed. There he is. Look in the back. Way in the back. Way in the back. Going down that draw. Way in the back by them cottonwoods. He doesn't look hit though.
Got us a gasher? Is he dead?
I don't know. We're gonna find out, man.
How far is he back in there?
He's ways in there.
Why don't you shoot him in the morning where we can find him?
I thought we're sitting there looking at, we was discouraged. We didn't see nothing hardly all day, and we're sitting there watching these 4 does, and I knew better. They're probably 250 out there. And I knew better than just look at them, so I kept looking at that bottom, and I seen a back. Just for a second, I seen a back. Well, it's late enough. It wasn't no getting binoculars and all that. I said, pick up the camera, and I'm going to look at him through my scope. And I seen him come across the bottom, and I said, all right, that's a buck. That's a nice buck. Go ahead and film in case he's a shooter, Mm-hmm. But you know how they get in them thickets, they disappear and they appear, so we don't know where he's going to come out. And he finally comes out, and I said, I think that's a shooter. Well, when I shot him, I can't see nothing but smoke. And I told Shane, I said, follow him, Shane. Shane said, I can't see nothing, You can't see nothing but smoke either. Well, then about a minute later, Shane said, there's a deer. And I looked back, way down in that bottom, about 300 yards back. And I brought my glasses up on him, and I said, that's him. I said, I missed him. Because he even got towards the edge of the woods, and he flicked his tail. I said, I missed him. And then he sat there, and he started I just kept my binoculars on him, And he started getting droopy, and then he stumbled once, and then he laid down for a second, and then he got up, and he kind of stumbled. I felt better about it,
Yeah.
But I've been going crazy wanting to get in the woods, man. You ready to go try and find him?
No, I'll stay here with Shane. You go find him.
Yeah, you can, because I'm going to go look for him, because it's eating me up. I just hope he's as nice as I think he is, and I hope he's stone dead out there.
Oh, we was talking about way down. It's probably another Justin deer.
I know. Y'all probably going to be cussing me. That ain't no big deer, Gary. Drag me out in the middle of the woods.
Right here's blood right behind you.
That cedar he's right in here somewhere. Here he is. Look at that. Look at that sucker.
That's a big old deer.
He's a 6-point, Dustin.
Yep, he's big and he's old. We need him out.
Look at that. He took a step right when I shot. Otherwise it'd been just about right. That is, that's an old deer, isn't it? You believe that? Look at him from behind. Well, I
Good
appreciate
job.
it, guys.
You bet.
Dustin, Tom, I appreciate you guys
Congratulations.
helping me. Justin,
Good job.
now comes the fun part.
Yeah, since we've been tracking this deer for, let's see, okay, we got out here at 7:30 and it's now 10 after 10. And we've just tracked, well, there's a 1.5 by 1.5 mile square sandhills out here, and we went through half of them until we picked up this blood trail.
I'm glad I brought you with me because I couldn't tell which way was which in these sand hills.
My battery's probably dead. It's in my pickup, sitting over there with headlights on, so we know where we're at.
Well, let's get him to the truck and go drink beer and talk about it.
Sounds good.
Dustin, that was a nice powdered buck. It was a good one to get out of the herd.
Yeah, good management deer.
Good 6 point. Probably wasn't going to get him bigger than a 6.
No, that deer was just guessing 6.5 years old, 5.5, someplace near. He was, yeah, he wasn't going to get any nicer.
Big body. Now we're out here. It's gun season now. And so far this week I've seen 42 deer. But there's one deer opening morning that I passed up. I thought too much about it. A lot of guys at home might run into this because if they're on a ranch or they've got their own lease and they're trying to judge and score deer and let immature deer grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you explain to people some things they can look for when they're looking at these deer?
Right, well, like, for instance, you got to where you was just judging the width. And
Mhm.
so then I talked to you more about, it's not always the width, it's the height, or it's the thickness of the horns, or it's the size of the body. Will kind of, all that together will kind of tell you how old the deer is and whether you want to shoot him. I mean, you've seen some deer out there that you got on tape that'll be probably just 2.5-year-old deer that's really, really nice 8 points that a lot of people would have shot.
Right.
And you let walk. So, I mean, it's a whole number of things. A lot of people get clued in on, well, it has to be 2 or 3 inches past the ears, to
Right.
be, or that's just not it. I mean,
And that's deceiving because their ears, it's like if you see them going away from you.
right. You never judge them from behind. Never.
It's deceiving. That's right.
And, well, you've hunted out here a number of years now, and we got a lot of them nice, tall basket racks. They're not real wide, only maybe 16, 18 inches wide, but they're real tall and real thick. So it's not always the width, So.
Right. Well, you guys get to make fun of me all year for passing off that one. What'd you say? He's probably 150 class?
Yeah, and there, I mean, we'll have to watch it again on tape. I mean, as thick as he looked, to me, he could be higher, but it's just one of them deals. I know he was a shooter. I mean, Gary just passed up a shooter first day, first buck.
Let's not talk about that anymore. Try and forget that ever happened. But one good thing about it is that buck I passed up, he's waiting out there for you guys to come down and hunt him. So you need to give Dustin a call, come down here hunting. Let's get back to the black powder hunt. There he is. All right, 185 pound, 6 point, White Horse Creek buck. He's a good deer to get out of the herd. He's an old deer, wasn't gonna get any bigger than a 6. So Dustin was happy I shot him, and I'm happy. And you'll make me happy if you give Dustin a call and book your hunt out here at White Horse Creek. You'll love every minute of it. You're gonna see a ton of deer, and you're probably gonna go home with a big one. God bless you and your family. Take your kids outside hunting, and join us next week on another adventure right here on Hunt, Sleep, Fish. Hunt, Sleep, Fish is helped made possible by the following sponsors. You can visit them all on our website at www.huntsleepfish.com.
I'm just fine. Only trees around me. I'm just fine. Only trees around me. I'm just fine with my mind. At sunrise, I'll be I'll be on the water last sunset, best one yet. And oh, it's the one dream makes guys like me insane. Who in their right mind would wanna fish out in the rain? My wife thinks I'm crazy, and sometimes she complains if I'm in my right mind.
You've seen just on tape how many bucks there are out here, and there's some great big ones, and that was already dismal. Let's leave it rolling, man. Ready? To give Dustin a call and come out here to White Horse Creek and book a hunt. They got deer all over the place. You'll have a fantastic time. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know what. Just stop. And I'm happy. And you guys will make me happy if you give Dustin a call and book a hunt out here at White Horse Creek. You've seen on film how many deer they've got. You'll have a